single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day
Right, I'm going to show you my selection of butchery knives that I use daily and obviously in my videos, because I do see it quite often on social media where people are asking, you know, recommendations for knives, butchery saws and just all other bits and pieces really. So I thought I'd just run through the main things I use. So starting with these four at the end, these are your boning knives. Now it all depends on how much butchery you're going to be doing, but realistically you're just going to need one boning knife. This is just a standard straight boning knife, and then these three are semi-curved boning knives, and this one at the end is a semi-curved semi-flex boning knife, and this is the one I mainly use because when you removing the H bone more on bigger animals, fallow deer and, you know, lambs, you can really get in there and work around the hip joints and right around the back of the H bone. Plus it's nice weighted, nice handle, and it's got a really thin blade on it. So that's the main one I use, and this is my favourite as well, just a standard boning knife. And then these are your steak knives. This is more of your traditional one you'd see butchers using, and then this is quite a nice one as well. This is a chef's knife, but it's a chef steak knife, Smithfield one. And these ones here, these are all Victorinox or Victorinox, whatever you want to call them, and I've always had these even with my chefing career, and they're brilliant knives. And this one here is a Massey, this one is, and I picked that up online for about £5. That's got a nice rubber handle, and that's quite a nice knife. It's slightly bigger than the others, but it does the job. Cleaver. Now I use this cleaver, this small one, for taking rabbit heads off, legs, and small chops off like muntjac. For the size, it's got quite a nice bit of weight to it. I have got a larger cleaver that I do for lamb chops, fallow chops, and obviously pork chops, but I haven't got that one here at the minute. So this one isn't essential, but it's like I said, if you're doing more rabbits, I'd get yourself a small cleaver. And then these, I do use these quite a lot on birds. These are poultry shears, and these will even cut through muntjac ribs. You can see they've got a scalloped edge on, and these are brilliant, these are. And like again, legs off pheasants, you can even take the feet off rabbits with them. Nothing too heavy boned, more light use, and obviously trimming up as well, you can use these. And then when you get to more advanced butchery, obviously a bone saw. Now even if you break down deer carcasses, these are handy. Not always essential, you can work around them, but when you obviously do pork, lamb and obviously beef, you're going to need this bone saw, and I borrowed that off a keeper friend, and you will get it back eventually. And then to top all your knives up, once you've got them, this is a little pocket sharpener, and that's brilliant for touching up. And obviously I use a steel. This is a global steel. They are pricey, but I've had this for years, and this really keeps a nice edge on your knives, because obviously when you get your knives, the razor sharp, and a lot of people don't keep on top of it. Even when you've done a little bit of trimming or a little bit of boning, just a few swipes down on your steel or your pocket knife, your pocket sharpener, that will keep the edge on your knife for years, because once you lose the edge on your knife, it can be hard to get it back. So I think generally for someone who does just light butchery at home after a shoot day or once they've been out, I think personally you could get away with a steak knife, a small cleaver or poultry shears, and a semi-curved boning knife. That would be an ideal little set for someone at home. And obviously you do more butchery, get yourself a couple more boning knives, a boning saw, you know, 1 or 2 steak knives, and obviously a steel in any set. So that's it really. If you got any more questions about equipment, put them in the comments. And also I will actually point out quick with knives, try not to buy cheap knives because they can snap and they won't last. Spend a little bit more and they'll give you years of service. But I hope you like this short video on just some of the equipment I use for my butchery.